It's Nolan. Let me show you how I keep the money coming. Strapped up, Nike check, nigga running. In the mirror, yeah, I love what I'm becoming. Ain't no discussion, but don't make me split your onion. Let me show you how I keep the money coming. Strapped up, Nike check, nigga running. In the mirror, yeah, I love what I'm becoming. Ain't no discussion, but don't make me split your onion. Ayy, let me show you how I keep the money coming. Strapped up, Nike check, nigga running. In the mirror, yeah, I love what I'm becoming. Ain't no discussion, but don't make me split your onion. Ayy, flashback to the days I was in the days. I was sleeping on the couch, couldn't nobody stay. I was serving up the chicken, couldn't get a raise. Now I'm cooking up the game like I'm Bobby Flay. Fuck rap, I ain't got no friends in this shit. Put them M's to the front like a Benz in this shit. I be swimming through the money, got some fins in this shit. I be stomping through the street like some Timbs in this bitch. Made trends in this shit for some IOUs, but I don't lose. Construction how I tighten them screws. Tie up my shoes, back on the block, straight to the bag, ho. Jumping off the porch for that green like a tadpole. Let me show you how I keep the money coming. Strapped up, Nike check, nigga running. In the mirror, yeah, I love what I'm becoming. Ain't no discussion, but don't make me split your onion. Ayy, let me show you how I keep the money coming. Strapped up, Nike check, nigga running. In the mirror, yeah, I love what I'm becoming. Ain't no discussion, but don't make me split your onion. Ayy. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. All right, now got a quick show for y'all lined up, but we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to get into a few things, and then I got to get back to the famo, you know what I'm saying? It's been a busy few days for me, you know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all the other day, influx of songwriting clients and other things like that. So I've been trying to balance everything. So I'm still here. We working, we talking, but this ain't gonna be as long as some of my other content. As I talked to y'all the other day, I told y'all that it was expected for Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar to rise back up to number one on the charts, on the Hot 100. And as a matter of fact, it has done just that. All right. As of July 15th, Not Like Us reclaimed the number one spot as of yesterday. Reclaimed the number one spot on the Billboard Hot 100. It marks Kendrick Lamar's first record to sit atop the chart for multiple weeks, albeit not continuously. According to the publication, the track saw a 20% increase in streams at 53.8 million and a 16% uptick in sales at 8,000 copies between the dates of July 5th to July 11th. Not Like Us initially came out in May as part of the Compton MC's fiery back and forth with Drake. We all know that, and it seems to be the favorite song out of the bundle. In addition to the chorus, lines like Mbaka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified Lover Boy, Certified P-Foul, and why you trolling like a ain't you tired? Have reignited the internet trying to strike a chord, and it's probably a minor. The Toronto native hit back at allegations on the Heart Part 6, which admittedly did not fare as well as its preceding releases. As of right now, let me go ahead and download this visual here. Give me a second. And I'm going to show y'all the actual top 10 on the Hot 100 chart as of this moment. And of course, next week things could change. But as of right now, this is where we at. So give me a moment. Let me just go ahead and bang that real quick. So here we are. Hot 100 for this week. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, number one. A Bar Songs, aka Tipsy by Shabuzi. Shout out to Shabuzi, man. Like, his song is going crazy. To see him right under Kendrick Lamar as an independent artist, I believe he's signed to Empire. That's fucking major. And he's been on the charts for weeks as well. Number three is I Had Some Help by Post Malone featuring Morgan Wallen. So we see this trend of country music hitting the Hot 100. You know what I mean? This hip hop infused version of country though. Number four, $1 Million Baby is still hanging in there by Tommy Richmond. Number 5 and 6, we've got Sabrina Carpenter with Espresso and Please, 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 two records that I have not heard. We've got number 7, Lies, Lies, Lies by Morgan Wallen. Too Sweet by Hosier at number 8. Benson Boone at number 9 with Beautiful Things, and Lose Control by Teddy Swims at number 10. And it's crazy because the majority of this Hot 100 list I've never heard in my life. I'll tell you what I have been hearing all this time for the last 2-3 months. Oh man, this shit is wild. Shit is wild, but you know, when you fuck with good people, then make good people go to bat. Ain't that what Kendrick said? They say the reason for Not Like Us returning to the number 1 position on the Hot 100 can largely be attributed to Lamar's Juneteenth concert, The Pop Out Ken and Friends, and the song's accompanying visuals, which debuted on July 4th. Of course, y'all know that because we talked about it. The video boasted cameos from Punch, Ab-Soul, Tommy the Clown, YG, Roddy Ricch, and DJ Mustard. The last mentioned artist lent production to the smash hit, as we all know. Okay? Now, this is not the first number 1 spot for Kendrick. You know, his first number 1 of 2024, that is, came from Like That, which was a collaboration between himself, Metro Boomin, and Future. His previous chart toppers include Humble and also Taylor Swift's Bad Blood remix in 2017 and 2015, respectively, which was also made fun of in this battle by Drake because he felt like Kendrick was showing some weird alliance and loyalty to Taylor Swift. And I think he was trying to say that Kendrick had a diss record in the tuck that was supposed to be a reply to Push Ups, but he basically said Taylor Swift album was finna drop and she made Kendrick sit back and wait. He was taunting them, he was playing, and he basically said that she was running his release schedule. All of that shit came back to bite him in the ass in the end. Okay? Now, not only is Kendrick running the charts, running the streams, because I think he was actually the quickest artist to reach 500 million streams on Spotify with Not Like Us, which actually broke Drake's God's Plan record. But we've now also found a Not Like Us 8-bit video game that has surfaced online. And although we cannot attribute this to Kendrick because he didn't make it, his team is not behind it, it's out there. And it's definitely blazing up the airwaves. People are talking about this stuff. And I don't know, man. This Not Like Us thing is just a crazy ass wave right now. I don't know. So let me go ahead and pull up the photo from the game, and I'm actually going to show y'all a little bit of gameplay from this thing. Let me bring it over here. So this is the Not Like Us mobile game, which is now available at notlikeusgame.com, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the location. Let me be sure. Yep, notlikeusgame.com. And even though it says credits on it, you don't have to pay. It's a free game. It's available on whatever you pull it up from. You could literally play it through the Twitter browser if you had to. Let me go ahead and pull up another piece here. These are the credits for the game. So this game was created by Richie Branson, okay? And he also made the chiptune soundtrack that can be heard. You guys will hear it in just a moment, which is a chiptune version of Not Like Us. And when I say chiptune, you'll hear it, but it sounds like those old Nintendo games, basically. The old Nintendo Atari type shit, right? He says he's just a random brother who designed games for Bleacher Report. He also worked with Epic Games as a game designer on a little game called Fortnite. So he was actually a part of it. I mean, that's not a little game at all. Not a little game in any capacity. He says this game is a free love letter to video games and hip hop. If you want to support, show love to his Cash App or Venmo, $ Richie Branson. So if you feel like, if you've been spending a lot of time playing this Not Like Us game, hitting them fucking owls, send him a little something. Okay? And from there, he also continues to give credit to his other teammates, which I'm not going to go through, but shout out to everyone that contributed to it. Because I ain't going to lie, I played it a few times myself, and I'm probably going to play it a few more times tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really simple. All you got to do is hit the screen where you see an owl, boop, 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 and you're going whop, 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 whop. This is a fucking phenomenon, bro. Oh my goodness. So I told y'all I was going to show y'all some gameplay. So it's about 20 seconds. Enjoy. If you haven't played it yet, after this video goes off, just go to notlikeusgame.com. You know, the craziest thing about the game, before I actually filmed this video, I played it and I got up to 21 as my score on there. That wasn't my gameplay, by the way, that I just showed y'all. For whatever reason, when I played it, the soundtrack wasn't playing, so I had to download it from someone online that showed it and had the actual music playing. But people are trying to say that you can't go over 21 on the game, but I heard someone actually reach 22. So I don't know how real that is, but Richie does say if you're able to get up to the 20s at all, you're doing something pretty good, because as you get higher up in score, the game is intended to actually get harder for you. So especially what I noticed was when I got my 21 and I came back for the second round, for whatever reason, I got a fucking 12. I don't know. Y'all tell me. It's like 21 or 12. I think the footage I just showed y'all had a 12. So I don't know. It's fun though. I ain't gonna lie. Some cool shit to pass the time with. And it's just ultra creative. It's dope that he took time out of his schedule as a seasoned game developer to come up with something like this. I don't know how long PG Lang and Kendrick and Co. are gonna allow that to live online, you know, as an interpolated version of their intellectual property. But enjoy it while you can. And Kendrick, if you're watching and you're seeing this stuff happen, yo, you might want to get Richie as part of the PG Lang team so that y'all could work on developing some other projects. I know that y'all are heavy into the multimedia game. Y'all are not just a music company. Y'all are in media. Y'all are in film, TV. Y'all got movies coming. It'd be dope to see y'all delve into the game atmosphere too and be able to actually work with, you know, a black man that's out here developing. That shit would be fire. He made you one for free. Let's lean into it, shall we? That shit dope to me. In the midst of me talking about all of this stuff, I just happened to be scrolling on Twitter while I was getting to my bookmarks and all of this type of stuff, and it looks like there's breaking news on Drake. Unfortunately, it seems that his mansion out in Toronto has been flooded out due to rainfall, and he uploaded a video showing how his home is being flooded. Okay. So they say Drake reveals home flooding due to heavy rainfall in Toronto. Taken to his Instagram stories, he shared a clip of water rushing into his home, seemingly ankle deep, as he and others scrambled to block incoming water. According to Environment Canada, the Greater Toronto Area and surrounding regions received approximately 4 inches of rain, marking the 5th wettest day on record since 1938. So this is a historic rainfall day out there in Toronto, and it's pretty bad out there, and it looks like it's doing some pretty bad damage to not only Drake, but of course others in that community and in that area. They say that this total surpasses the typical July average of 2.9 inches for the entire month. So normally they get 2.9 inches the entire month of July. They got 4 inches of rain in a day. Okay. They say we've received more than a month's worth in a day. Environment Canada meteorologist Trudy Kidd said in a statement, the heavy rainfall combined with winds nearing 55 miles per hour led to power outages, disruptions to transit service, road closures, and other issues for residents. Okay. So wishing all the best for anybody who's being affected by that storm out there. While we're on the subject, shout out to everybody. Much love to everybody that's in Houston or Texas that was affected by a recent flood as well. Shout out to Captain Kirk. You know, Captain Kirk, man, we got a interesting history with the homie, man. He was a Drake apologist in the beginning, and he's come to be one of the, and when I say apologist, like he was a little bit trollish, you know what I mean? But we've actually got a, you know what I'm saying, formed a really dope alliance and friendship over here with inside the industry and all the insiders with Captain Kirk. So shout out to you, bro. I'm glad everything's good. I'm glad you got your power back and everything like that. Salute to you and your family. I do have video of Drake that he shared online in terms of the flooding in his home, and I don't wish that upon anybody, even if you don't support Drake or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But here's footage of what's going down. Okay, so that's quick footage of the flooding in Drake's home. And as you can see, that is dirty water. That shit is brown. He said this shit better be espresso martini. I don't believe it is, sir, but I'm hoping that y'all are able to get that out. You might want to evacuate if you can, and hopefully, you know, I'm sure you'll get it taken care of. You know what I'm saying? But I don't wish that on nobody. Don't want their house to get flooded. Don't want none of your property to be fucked up. Regardless, okay. So that's what we got on that. Just a quick anecdote, since I didn't know that was going on. Okay. Now, in the midst of all of this stuff going on between Kendrick and Drake, and of course, they're under the public microscope every day. Everything that they do, everything associated with their name, with their music, is now news. Dr. Umar has found a way to insert himself into the situation, and he's got challenges and questions for both of these gentlemen. All right. Now, on one hand, we've got him questioning Drake. Does he or does he not identify himself as a black man? And I guess the answer to that question will basically hinge on whether or not he wants to continue to support him. I don't know. I don't know if he's ever met Drake, if he knows Drake, if Drake gives a fuck about who he is, because I surely don't. Dr. Umar, he's a broken clock. But to be honest, all the lip service he does holds no value in my eyes. People are still waiting on that school that they donated for. And you really just be out here doing content, dusty content on your phone. You need to update your phone, clean your goddamn camera off. You need to get you a setup. Start you a podcast or something if you haven't. I don't know what the fuck you be on. You be going on everybody else's shit. Like, I don't know if you need to join goddamn Twitch or something, sir. But at this point, you are a glorified content creator. You might as well just accept your role in the community as a talking head rather than a voice of change and activist. Just my 2 cents. But here's what he had to say for Drake.
And for my brother Drake, I need you to clarify whether...
And I'm going to interject. Did y'all hear that motherfucking snot box bubble? What the fuck was that? I ain't never heard that shit before in my life. I'm sorry. But that shit was unacceptable. I know, like, I know, you know, on the mic, it be catching shit and it doesn't put you in a glorious light, my nigga. But that shit was truly disgusting. Like, what was that? It was a snort mixed with a pop bubble. Nigga. That was some fucking Ren and Stimpy shit. Like, that was some motherfucking... What the hell? Get your sinuses checked, brother. Mucinex. Oh, wow. You need to do... Hey, stand over the steaming hot pot. Let that shit simmer. Like, what is going on? You should not be hearing no goddamn pop snot bubbles coming out your shit, sir. You should not be considered, you know what I'm saying, with nobody goddamn race or ethnic background until you get your house in order, your clinical house, sir. That was outlandish. Woo! Let's get back to the content.
And for my brother Drake, I need you to clarify whether or not you are a black man. Some people are claiming my brother Drake, who I love and respect, my brother Drake, who I love and respect, some people is claiming that you embrace a mixed race identity, that you do not embrace a black first identity. So I have to ask my brother Drake to clear the record for me, Dr. Umar Ifatunde. Maybe we can have a sit down when I come to Toronto, October 5th and 6th. But I need you to clarify that for me, brother Drake. Brother Drake, I need you to clarify. Are you a black first black man, or do you identify as mixed race, or do you identify as untouchable first? Do you primarily identify as an untouchable? Do you identify as mixed race, or are you a black first black man? I need to know this, my brother Drake. I need to know this, my brother Drake. You have to clarify this for me. Some people believe you only claim black when it's convenient. Some people believe you only claim to be black when it's convenient. I've never seen you do that, but I don't follow you that closely. I don't follow Kendrick that closely. I don't follow none of the modern era rappers that closely. Most of my favorite rappers are in the 80s and the 90s. So out of respect for my brother Drake, who I will consider to be an African, who I will consider to be my brother until he says otherwise. But my concern with my brother Drake, you've been at the forefront for a long time, and we should clearly know what you identify as. Are you black all the time, or are you black some of the time? Because if you are only black some of the time, I'm here to tell you you're not black any of the time. You got to pick a side and stay on it, my brother. You got to pick a side and stay on it. And I'm not accusing my brother Drake of anything. I'm not accusing my brother Drake of anything. I'm not accusing my brother Drake of anything. I'm simply asking my brother to clarify. Do you identify as black first? Or are you mixed race first? Or are you Jewish first? I just need clarity, my brother.
Man, the boy Jewish. The man said he was Jewish from the time he came into this shit. Now, I didn't know that was considered a nationality or a race, but the man Jewish. He black too though. I ain't here to disqualify the nigga blackness. And let me be all the way clear. Dr. Umar, who the fuck is you to be asking some nigga what the fuck he is? Right? Like, who are you to position yourself as an authority figure for somebody that had to answer to you about a motherfucking thing, nigga? Like, who are you? Like, nigga, you're not even hospital security, sir. And we don't even speak to them unless spoken to. I'm sorry. Since when are you the arbiter of, you know what I'm saying? And then the hypocrisy is seeping up out of you like motherfucking snot bubbles because you're showing a lot of leniency. And I'm saying this based on your standard, not mine. You're showing a lot of leniency on Drake as a mixed race black American when we've seen you go super hard on mixed race black Americans. You have been one of those people out here that have tried to discredit the blackness of mixed race people. But all of a sudden you embrace Drake as your brother. All of a sudden you're holding out for more info on him and you consider him a brother. Well, since when did you consider that when anytime you see a black rapper with a mixed race woman, you try to disqualify them and say that they hate black women even if they're mixed. You need to get a full-blooded black woman as your mate. Otherwise, you are self-hating. These are the quotes that you put out there. I don't even watch this shit, but it be coming across my timeline. Nigga, it's so deep. I tried to block your motherfucking name on Twitter to where none of the content associated with you would even come up because you'd be spewing this ignorance. And for whatever reason, the mute ain't worked yet with your name. So I'm on your ass today because I had to endure seeing it. Oh, man. But as far as Drake claiming his blackness, there is at least one instance of him doing so. He had an interview with Rat Radar, who he no longer fucks with or associates with and probably will never return to. He does a long answer, a very long answer to finally get around to his blackness, but he does consider himself, or what he said, associates himself as a black man. I thought that was a very interesting wording, but it's not up to me to decide what the fuck this man is. I'm sure y'all will have your opinion. I'm sure a lot of people will have their opinion on, what or who he is. That shit ain't up to me though, and that's the last thing I want to fucking be concerned with any goddamn way. That nigga gonna do whatever he's accomplished in life. He got there doing what he was doing. He gonna continue to accomplish shit in life doing what he's doing, whether he's black, Jewish, mixed race, or whatever the fuck in anybody's eyes. That's debatable. What's not gonna change is he's gonna continue enjoying his days until something major changes that. If or when something major changes that, okay? But here's Drake addressing the subject at least partially, okay?
We left our money there. It was so. Yeah, going back to your question though, I've just felt the other side of it. So that's kind of where that line came from. Yeah. I obviously understand the times that we're living in and how serious it is and how divided we all are across the world. With the person that's currently in that position, and having that energy trickle on down. But that line is just me speaking to the other side of things, which is like, sometimes some of like my blackest friends can be just as cruel on the other end.
Your blackest friends.
By making you feel excluded, or making you feel like you can't get in on this. and sometimes I do feel like if sometimes I don't feel celebrated when I know maybe somebody else would be celebrated for those accomplishments. I don't feel like people say when Drake is the artist of the decade, I don't think anybody says, wow, a black artist is the artist of the decade. I don't think anybody says that, really. I never heard anybody say that in the last few weeks. And I associate I associate myself as a black man. So for me, it's sometimes it's something that I just acknowledge and I just keep it moving. But
all right, so that's Drake's take on that. Now, Dr. Umar also has some questions for Kendrick Lamar. In one instance, he asked him whether or not he actually considers Canadian Africans to be black and some more shit. We'll be sitting here all day if I were to come in here and just play all of the questions he had for him. But apparently, Dr. Umar made his way to the Breakfast Club. He makes his rounds pretty quickly, from his car to his goddamn interviews to wherever he need to be. But he ain't made his way to the pharmacy yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But anyway, we've got a clip here where Dr. Umar is reacting to the Drake and Kendrick Lamar battle, and he sends a message to Kendrick stating, Kendrick, I need you to keep that same energy when it's time to fight against gentrification in Los Angeles. What I don't like is when you use terms like I need. You're asserting yourself as an authority figure in these two men's lives as to anything they have going on. Like, there's one thing to like request as a fan. It's another thing to be like, I wish you would speak on these things, or I wish you would acknowledge these things. I would love for you to do that. You know what I'm saying? But to come out here and issue some sort of statement like, I need you to do this, nigga, they're not going to say shit to you. They're not going to answer you. They're not going to come speak to you. They're not going to come up and shake your hand. They're not going to walk you through their thought process on how they're living their lives. You need to think about the thought process on how to pay these niggas their money back or open your school up. Okay? Donations. Another one. Yeah. Where the fuck the money went? How about that? But let's go ahead and play this shit what he talking about, because, some people out there may identify what the hell this nigga talking about.
But Kendrick, I need you to keep that same energy when it's time to fight against gentrification in Los Angeles, because black people are being displaced in extreme numbers in Los Angeles, Compton, South Central, Long Beach, all in that area. So don't just bring out people together to party and to support your beef with Drake. Bring them together to protest, to march, and to organize against gentrification, because there is a Mexican bourgeoisie white bourgeoisie clique in LA that is working together against black people. I'm going to say it, the Mexicans and the Caucasians, not as a group, but their elites and their leaders are clicking up and working against black people in Los Angeles County and surrounding areas to push us out the neighborhood. Black incarceration rates in California are some of the highest in the country. Kendrick Lamar, why don't we organize against that? I like what he did, but don't tell me you only did that to celebrate the beef. You understand? Use those brothers, bring them back together and achieve something systematically to help our people out. Same thing go for Drake. You in Canada. Black people in Canada struggling. I got a lot of supporters in Canada. We talk all the time. I'll be going to Canada next month, or maybe 3 months from now. But nonetheless, they're catching the same hell: miseducation, mass incarceration, gentrification, police genocide, economic apartheid. Drake, are you thinking about building a school? Drake, are you going to open up a supermarket? Drake, are you going to open up a farm and teach these young kids how to farm? Same thing for Kendrick Lamar. Y'all got the money to do it. I'm not pocket watching. But don't bring those people together just to party. You got to bring us together to do something, because what you're doing is you're playing on people's emotions. Black people see Crips and Bloods coming together. Shout out to both of them. Piecing it up, working together, enjoying themselves with Kendrick. That was good. We need the social. We need a break. We need a release. But brother, we also need political progress. We also need economic structure. We also need social progress. So don't just limit it to that. Take it to the next level. And I do got to say this on that note of the whole Eminem being the GOAT. You got to have boundaries around your culture. When I saw Rick Ross got swung on by that Caucasian, that bothered me. Because here you have a black artist being swung on by a Caucasian who I also believe was an artist, but it was over the Drake beef. We have allowed non-Africans to get so comfortable in our culture that they would step to an artist and swing on them in the name of a beef that is all black, that ain't got nothing to do with them, and feel completely comfortable swinging on a black artist. That should.
All right. Dr. Umar, ladies and gentlemen. Sound like Skinny from motherfucking Nutty Professor to me, but you know, it's all good. Now, Dr. Umar, you came out and you spoke on this, and you had little to no research, because it was just a couple weeks ago, Kendrick Lamar, PG Lang, and Free Lunch, the same people that put together the Pop Out show, they teamed up and actually took to the streets in Los Angeles to do some charity work. Okay? I didn't even cover this on the channel, but it's as good as time as any, because you making challenges and propositions. You want to be Prop Joe? Well, here we go. Kendrick Lamar's Pop Out show continued to make waves in not only music, but also in various communities across Los Angeles. For the performance, the Compton-born rapper was joined by several of his peers on stage, uniting artists from different backgrounds to a truly historic night. His impact didn't stop there. It was recently revealed that he, PG Lang, Tim Henshaw's Free Lunch, and other artists teamed up for a massive donation. Reportedly, they pulled together $200,000, which will go toward multiple charities and community initiatives in the LA area. They say, we haven't seen this type of unity on the West since we lost our brother Nipsey Hussle. As Dot said on stage, this moment was bigger than a back and forth. It was about supporting each other and showing the world that we could come together for a greater cause. All these organizations play a pivotal role in the development of our community, and the hope is that we all continue to support them moving forward. Okay? DJ Mustard also shared some heartfelt words with the outlet about the generous donation. He said the Pop Out concert had a significant impact on the city, unifying West Coast hip-hop, providing a platform for emerging talent, celebrating black culture, and revitalizing the local music scene. It garnered global attention, but also allowed us artists to give back to different programs based around South LA and put LA back in the driver's seat for music, something that's been long overdue. Okay? So again, Dr. Umar, you might want to do your Grrrls before you run your motherfucking hoo-ha, okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, okay? I ain't gonna say much love to you, but peace and light upon you, Mr. Fatunde. All right? So, there's that. Next up, we're gonna shift gears just a slight tad bit, because Mr. Irv Gotti has found himself in a bit of hot water, and I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of this hot tub anytime soon. Okay. So here's what's going down. According to Miami New Times, a lawsuit was filed against Irv Gotti for an alleged SA from a woman that he dated between 2020 to 2022, claiming that he made her perform unwanted acts, and the behavior that he displayed actually led to her being committed to a psych ward. Okay? Now, these are allegations, but as with all allegations, we will read them, we will go through them, and Irv, I hope you're ready to answer towards some of what's being accused. Okay? Again, according to Miami New Times, a lawsuit was filed July 11th down in Miami-Dade. The woman, who has been listed as Jane Doe, claims that at different times from 2020 to 2022, she experienced abuse and SA in St. Martin, Miami, and Atlanta. Now, in his most recent Drink Champs episode, he did speak about some women that he was in, let's just say, courtship with. But at that time, he was talking about multiple women. So this may be one of them, right? They say, as a result of this abusive relationship, plaintiff has suffered severe emotional and psychological harm for which she had to be committed to a psychiatric ward. These injuries continue and affect plaintiff to this day. The woman claims she met Irv through a friend back in 2020. He invited her on a vacation to St. Martin shortly after, and she accepted. When she arrived, she claims Irv allegedly pressured her to have sex with him, or he would send her back home. So he put her in a compromising position, saying, if you want to enjoy the duration of this trip, you're going to have to get down or lay down, literally, or I can send you back to where you came. It states, due to his power and influence in the music world, she complied. When the trip was over, the two kept in touch, started dating, and eventually progressed into a relationship which she claims was filled with consistent abuse. So after this first transgression occurred, whatever happened, I guess she tried to put it past him or put it past her, and they somehow evolved into a relationship. I don't know how that, works, but I've never been in that position before to speak on it, okay? Furthermore, they say, for instance, when Gotti flew the woman to Miami in January 2022, they stayed at the Four Seasons Hotel, and he forced her to perform oral on him in the elevator, according to the lawsuit. That summer, when he flew her out to Atlanta, he allegedly forced her to perform oral on him in an Uber, which, I gotta be honest, is an act of embarrassment. Because why would you force somebody to do that? And this is alleged. I can't say he did it. But if he did, that is a humiliation ritual. Like, you have a stranger, a complete stranger, driving y'all around town, and you're forcing her to conduct a sexual act on you in which a stranger can just look in the mirror and see what's going on. That's disgusting. Following this particular event, they say the relationship ended. So I guess that was the straw that broke the camel's back. So that's what we've got on that. And an official lawsuit is out there. Again, she is identified as Jane Doe versus Irvin Domingo Lorenzo Jr. Okay, plaintiff Jane Doe, by and through her undersigned counsel, hereby states her complaint against defendant Irvin Domingo Lorenzo Jr., aka Irv Gotti, for SA, based upon personal knowledge and information and belief. Okay. She is an individual who was, during the relevant time period, a resident of Florida. Upon information and belief, defendant Irvin Domingo Lorenzo Jr. Is an American DJ, music producer, record executive, and the CEO and co-founder of Murder Inc. Records. So just giving y'all a little bit of the deets from the lawsuit. They say plaintiff met Irv through a mutual friend at a poker tournament in summer of 2020. Gotti invited plaintiff to go on vacation with him in St. Martin, to which she agreed. So this was all their first encounters. After flying to St. Martin, he coerced her into having sex with him. Gotti specifically threatened plaintiff that he would send her home if she did not comply with demands. Accordingly, and due to his power and influence, she complied. Following the trip to St. Martin, Gotti and plaintiff entered a relationship where for 2 years, she suffered constant abuse. During this relationship, Gotti demanded her to perform unwanted acts and often berated and scolded her. Notably, in January 2022, Gotti flew plaintiff out to Miami and the two stayed at Four Seasons. Gotti forced her to perform oral on him in an elevator. So this is all repeating what was already placed in the thing. Is there any more details? Later in the summer of that same year, he flew out to Atlanta, and that was the thing in the Uber. As a result, she has suffered severe emotional and psychological harm for which she had to be committed to psychiatric ward. Moreover, plaintiff Irv Gotti, moreover, plaintiff Jane Doe has been made aware that Gotti is slandering her to his vast social network in and around Los Angeles. So that's extra details that I did not know about. She's saying that he's slandering her name. I don't know. I haven't seen this. I don't follow Irv Gotti on any social media, but she's saying that he's continuing his, ways by trying to embarrass her among his friends. Okay. Let me see if there's anything additional in here that's relevant. They say, as a direct and proximate result of defendant's intentional acts, plaintiff suffered temporary and permanent injuries, has endured significant pain and suffering of both mind and body, and will continue to endure such pain and suffering in the future, has incurred medical expenses in an undetermined amount and or will continue to incur medical expenses in the future, has suffered damages for loss of enjoyment of life and the lost ability to perform usual activities, resulting in a diminishing quality of life and loss of enjoyment of life. So she's basically saying, due to the time that she spent with him and these things that were inflicted upon her, she no longer enjoys life, and her quality of life has decreased since becoming in concert with this man. There's a prayer for relief here. Plaintiff requests the following relief for the violations set forth in the complaint. She wants compensatory damages, including those for mental anguish, in an amount to be proven at trial that exceeds the jurisdictional limits of all lower courts that may otherwise have jurisdiction. She wants an imposition of penalties available under applicable law. She wants litigation costs and expenses, including attorney fees, and any other relief that the court deems just and proper. Once again, this was filed on July 11th. We will see where it goes from here. I don't know if she's got any evidence or, whatever that can be verified. I do want to say that allegations are just that until more details are released to the public. So we will just see. You know what I'm saying? But if he did any of that shit that was detailed in that lawsuit, you're going to have to own up to it. You're going to have to live it up. You know what I'm saying? You have to live it up. You're going to have to pay it forward. You're going to have to endure public embarrassment. I don't know what the fuck that was about. You're going to have to endure the public embarrassment and all of the social humiliation tenfold that you inflicted upon her will need to come back to you. All right? Your friend Diddy's going through it. Your mentor Russell went through it. If this is true for you, you will too. All right? Let me know what y'all think of all of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Much love and respect. I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I'll see y'all a little bit later. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming, I swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden, they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.